Congratulations on being inducted into the California Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It's an honor. It's always, been something I should have jumped on because total honor. And I love California. I love wrestling.
Mm-hmm. What got you into it?
Well, that's a good story. I used to get in fights all the time as a little guy, and my dad taught me how to fight when I was younger. And in the eighth group, but I knew nothing about wrestling. In the eighth grade, I got in a fight in the bathroom with one of the guys, and we said we don't want to get in trouble. And everybody would meet in a certain spot after school if they were going to fight. You could fight in them days, and you didn't really get much trouble. Well, anyway, we went out there and fought, and then we both got paddled by the principal because he found out. And then the next day, the PE teacher called both of us into the cafeteria where he had these old horse-haired wrestling mats, and he made us just battle it out. No fists though. And then afterwards, he said, "I'm the coach at the high school. You're coming out for wrestling hatch." And so I did.
Oh, that's great.
That's how it all happened.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. What individual had the greatest impact on you?
Oh, my dad. Yeah, he never missed a match, and he knew nothing about wrestling. He wanted me to be a football player, which I wanted to be a football player too. But I went into high school at 100 pounds, so and he knew he'd never even seen a wrestling match. And then when he saw me wrestle, he said he just fell in love with the sport. Never missed a match, no matter where it was.
It's nice to have that support from home, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure as a coach you always appreciated that too. Do you have a wrestling role model?
Everybody's at that time Dan Gable.
Yeah, for sure.
It still is a role model for anybody that ever got to see him, but which I did. I watched him wrestle, tried out in the Olympics, and he was the coach. So yeah, he was my role model.
Yeah, he was for most of us, I think.
Yeah, great story too. He has a great story that put him where he.
Oh yeah.
To be such an amazing wrestler and a man.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have one match that was memorable?
I actually have two.
Well, we're not going to limit you to one, so go ahead.
Okay. When I was in wrestling for Double Valley College, Bob Erickson was my coach, and I had lost to this guy from Fresno City 3 times. He dominated me, but I got to the state tournament in the quarterfinals. I beat him to get to the finals. I had to wrestle another match because it was the quarterfinals. Yeah. So that one, and then when I wrestled in the Division I at Princeton University, and I wrestled in the semifinals against a guy that had taken. He was from Oklahoma. He took second the year before, and so beating him in the semifinals to put myself in the finals was the other memorable one.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
We all know wrestling's a tough sport. We all experience difficult challenges. Could you share one of those that you had to go through that made you who you were today, or who you are today?
Well, the biggest challenge is the transition from junior college to Cal Poly 4-year college. Because I was a top recruit there, and I went in just thinking, no, I'm a beast. I'm, no problem. And of course, the wrestlers in that room changed my opinion of myself in a hurry. And it took me, and just getting away from home for the first time, and going from one level to much more competitive, tough level. And I didn't realize how tough it was. And so,
and Cal Poly was kind of at its peak.
They were at their peak. They were defending national champions.
Yeah.
And for Division II, that is.
Yeah.
And then, but after being there for about 6 months, I settled down and everything was fine. But that transition was the tough part.
It is. I think everybody discounts how tough that's going to be.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks they're pretty good going.
I thought I was for sure.
What part of your character or personality helped contribute to your success?
Character and personality. Well, I was always kind of a tough kid, and I was always driven to be the best, whatever I was doing. I would say that's part of it. And I grew up in a tough 7-kid family
Mhm.
that, you know, we struggled along the way, but we all made it big time. So
Where were you in that group? The youngest?
I was the oldest boy,
You were, okay,
but I had 2 older sisters.
okay, nice. If you could start your career over, whether it's coaching or wrestling, would you do anything differently?
If I could, I would have started wrestling earlier
Mhm.
because, you know, a lot of really good wrestlers, they start
Well, they sure
at a
do.
young age, and I didn't start until high school. So it'd have been nice to start earlier and go into high school with some experience. Because it took me 3 years of high school before I actually became a pretty dominant wrestler.
Mhm. Yeah, and then you saw when you were coaching,
And
getting
coaching,
those kids
coaching,
that
yes, and
come
I
in that are very experienced, it makes a big difference.
exactly.
What would you like most people to remember about you, Cliff?
Well, I don't know if they will, but like that I was a good guy, good man, worked hard, and faithful person. You know, I believe in God, believe in Jesus, and I'd like them to remember those things. Those are the most important things to me. But I don't know if they do. But that's what I would like.
Yeah, that's what you're striving for.
Yeah,
You're trusting the Lord to pull that off for you.
absolutely.
Okay. Well, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.